We're talking strawberries today on Pots and Trowels, and that's brought to you with the support of King Seed and Cobra Garden. Hello and welcome to Pots and Trowels. Well, today I'm going to be planting some strawberries, and this is the perfect time to do it. We're in spring, the soil's warming up, the days are getting longer, and we're getting a bit of sunshine. So whatever we plant in the garden usually establishes very well at this time of the year. There are two ways you can buy your strawberries. One is you buy them in small pots. You pay a bit more for them, but you can just buy 1, 2, 3, however many plants that you want. But the more traditional way is to buy them bare root. And that's when the young plants that are grown from runners are lifted in the autumn. They're bundled together, put in a cold store, and then sent out through the post like this. And this is a bundle that arrived in a padded envelope last week. All I did was just put a little bit of water in there just to keep the compost around the roots moist. And already, just by taking it out of the padded envelope, it started to make a little bit of growth. So they are desperate to grow, these are, having been in a cold store all winter. And if I take that out of the bag, you can see these are the bare root strawberries. So that's the label telling us what we are. This is a variety called Elegance. They're all certified virus-free. And this is usually the least expensive way to buy them because there's no pots involved. And that is what a strawberry runner looks like. So there we can see we've got these lovely plants, strong roots on them, and they will grow very quickly. So what do we do when we get them? Well, first of all, if they are a little bit dry, and these aren't, these came last week in the post from King Seeds, and they're always dispatched about this time of the year, sort of up till mid-April you can get them like this. What I would do with these is give them a soak if they're dry. These are nice and moist. And then we can plant them. Now, you don't have to plant all that long root if you don't want to, because what we can do is just trim the root a little bit. And what that will do is actually encourage a fibrous root to develop. So I'm just going to snip those long tails off. And then any little bits, these are last year's old leaves. You don't have to take them off, but I just think it's less that will die back on the plant if you do that. So that is what we're finishing up with. A nice healthy plant, just trim another one off, and then a damaged leaf there. So that's 2, and we'll do this one here, and then I can show you how we're going to plant them. Now, I'm going to put mine into pots and hanging pots, and then I'm going to put them into the greenhouse, and they'll just come on that little bit quicker. So I'm going to put those out of this sun, because what we don't want are those roots to dry out. They tend to be sold in bundles of 10 or 12, to be fair. I think there's 12 in this one. So just pop those back into there. And then I can show you what I'm going to do with them. This pot is ideal. They'll grow in any container as long as it's got a drainage hole. So this one is a hanging pot, but it could just be an ordinary plant pot. It could be a smaller pot with 1 plant in. Something about that size I would put 3 in. You don't want to be putting any more in, otherwise they get too crowded and they don't grow properly. And this is one of these hanging pots that's got a saucer on the bottom as well. So it's almost like a little mini reservoir. They won't get waterlogged, but it means any water that drains down sits in there and the roots can suck it up on a warm day. So great for aiding watering through the summer months. And then the compost I'm using is a peat-free compost, straight out the bag. Always break up any lumps that are in there. So that's going to go in there. Strawberries don't like to be waterlogged at any time of the year. They need moisture, but they do need drainage as well. So try and avoid a compost that is really wet and claggy. This one is perfect because it drains well. It's made with maize and ryegrass. So it's all plant-based and drains freely. So in we go with that. So I'm going to fill that almost to the top. You could add a little bit of fertiliser if you want, but this is fresh compost, so there should be plenty of nutrition in it, and I will feed as the plants start to grow. And then what I'm going to do, so we've got our plant here. Planting depth is important. We don't want to plant it so that it's sticking out the ground. We don't want to plant it so we're burying what we call the crown. And the crown is the bit here where the new leaves emerge from. So it's essentially where the plant joins the root. That is the crown, and we need that to be where my fingers are at soil level. So pot here, I'm going to put 3 in this. This is about a 10-inch pot, I suppose. And I'm just going to use my fingers and just fan out these roots a little bit and make a hole so that I can just place that in so that they're not being bent over. They're going right the way down into that moist compost, and then just filter the compost round. But the important thing is, when I lightly firm it, not over firm it, but lightly firm it, that crown there is just sitting at compost level in this case. So it really is very, very simple. So we'll put a second one here. We're going to put 3 in. So this one can go in here, just make a hole, pop it in, hold it roughly to the level you want, give it a bit of a shake, and the compost goes round, and then just firm it. Again, we're not planting it too deep. And then the third one here. It's worth taking your time with this because they certainly don't like to be too deep. They can rot off, and if they're too shallow, then they rock about. So get those roots down there and just give that a light firm like that. So they look quite sparse in there, and you think, you know, maybe I need to put another 4 or 5 in. Don't do it. That is more than enough, because each one will make a good sized plant, and that means they've got plenty of compost to root into, and they'll be fine. So what I'm going to do with those, I'll give those a drink of water, and then I can put the hangers on, just clip those on, and then that can hang up in the greenhouse, and very quickly new roots will form. Little white feeding roots will form from the existing root system into this compost, and they'll make nice new growth, and we'll get flowers in probably about a month, 5 weeks time, and hopefully a few strawberries June time. So we'll keep an eye on those. Now, if you don't want to grow them in pots, of course they grow perfectly well in the soil. That's traditionally how we would do them in bed. So what I'm going to do is take the rest of these and just show you how to plant them in the garden. Planting strawberries in the garden is very, very simple. So just pop those there. I've prepared the ground. They do need good drainage, organic matter. So these are in our raised beds, which are filled with soil, not compost. They like soil around the roots rather than just compost for long-term growing. What I've done with the soil here is I've worked in some compost. I forked it in so that we've not got any hard layers. So you can see the fork goes in nice and firmly. And then what I've also done with the rake is just to rake it to get it nice and level. It just makes life that little bit easier. So just give it a rake over like that. And you can always, if you want, just give it a very light tamp down. Now, I haven't put any fertilizer on this because, again, I've added some compost, but when they start to grow, I will probably give them just a little sprinkling of a granular fertilizer just to give them a boost. But at the moment, there's sufficient nutrient in the soil to get them going. Plant them usually in either blocks or rows. I'm going to put a row in just to show you. And I always use a planting board to get the measurements, but it can be a string line and 2 garden canes. Now, when it comes to spacing, we want to give them a little bit more room, because in the garden they will make a bigger plant than they will in the plant pot that I've just put them in. Now, if you look at older gardening books, the traditional width or distance between plants would be about 45 centimetres, which is 18 inches, but they would make big plants over 2 seasons. But I think you can get away with about 30 centimetres, a foot, as long as you take off some of the runners. Otherwise, you just get a complete mass after a year or so. So we're going to plant these at a foot apart, 30 centimetres. So I'm going to pop the first one there, and that's a foot there with my marks. And that's a foot there and a foot there. So I'm just going to show you how to plant them. These aren't going to live here. These are going to go in pots because I tend to grow them mainly in pots like that. I've just taken one of those away. just there. So what we're going to do, exactly the same principle. I'm planting back to front here, but I'm going to use a trowel to take out a good deep hole. I've trimmed the roots a little bit and then feed the roots in, and then let the compost soil just filter around. Again, making sure that we are planting so that the crown is just at soil level, and then the all important thing is always firm those roots in. So we can just put the trowel in, pull it out, and then backfill round, just adjust it if necessary, and give it a firm. Leave the soil nice and level, it just looks better. And we'll do these last two. Right, so they're in at 30 centimetres apart a foot. I wouldn't go any closer. I'm just going to use my fork just to make sure the soil around them is level. Take out any footprints. It looks better. It doesn't make them grow any better. And I'm going to just checking they are at the right height, firmed in around the neck of the plant. And that is it. It's as simple as that. Just finish off with a drink. Although the soil is moist, giving them a drink, the water washes down through the roots and puts fine soil particles around them, just keeps them nice and moist. So just give each one an individual drink like that. And that's all you need to do with them. And they will, again, like the ones in the pot, they'll get the roots out really quickly and soon make some growth. And we can expect by midsummer, each one of those will make a good sized plant like that. Now, of course, what they do after they've produced their fruit is they produce the runners, which has little plantlets on that will root, and you can take those off if you want more, or you can take them off so all the energy goes into this plant for next year. So that's exactly how you plant them in the garden, whether you're planting half a dozen or 50, you plant them exactly the same like that. And the strawberries that we looked at a few weeks ago in the raised bed that we cut down, you can see they're now starting to get growing. They'll be ahead of these, so we should get some delicious fruits off those in June. And remember, what you must do is keep the compost moist at all times, especially if you've got them somewhere like I've got them in the greenhouse where it can get very warm. So thank you for watching Pots and Trowels. Remember, all the videos and the podcasts that we do weekly can be found on YouTube. And we'll be back again with you next week when we're going to be planting a big olive tree in the garden. So we'll see you then. Bye.